So take a look at this hard drive. On this hard drive I have 15,000 games. I have Mario games, I have Resident Evil games, I have Sonic games, I have Halo games, I have Street Fighter games, I have Sega CD games, you know, you name it, I got it, in a way, you know. So what's so special about this hard drive though? It's actually LaunchBox. So what is LaunchBox? Well, it looks like this. As you can see, all my games are here. They have these beautiful 3D box arts. It's like kind of like isometric or something. It's, you know, angled a bit. And you can spin the box around actually and zoom in at the back and stuff, which is a really beautiful feature actually, you know. They're super HD images. And there's all kinds of categories and ways of finding games. There's a search bar, you know, but you can sort by consoles, genres, rating, publisher, release year, and it's been so beautiful just like exploring gaming history and finding games that I had never heard of. I've been having a lot of fun revisiting PS2 games, NES games, arcade games through MAME. You can set your controllers once and forget it. You can set your BIOS once and forget it, you know, like your PS1 BIOS. And there's also some pretty neat gimmicks they've actually added into the emulators for quality of life. I had never heard of retro achievements until just now, so it was pretty nice that came packaged along with LaunchBox. It adds achievements, like your Xbox 360 achievement or something. It adds that to like an NES game or an SNES game or a Sega Genesis game. You know? You got Herzog's Y with achievements. You got Ninja Gaiden 1 for the NES with achievements. Balloon Fight? I don't know. I think it's cool. I think it's neat. So because I have so many games on my hard drive and my LaunchBox setup, I can play pretty much whatever the hell I want at the drop of a hat, you know. Jet Set Radio, Restar, Pokemon, Zelda, Kingdom Hearts, Galaxy Force, Thunder Force, Fighting Force, Outrun, Street Fighter, Tekken, Dead or Alive, Soul Calibur, Rival Schools, Dark Souls, Elden Ring, GTA, Minecraft, Fall Guys, Fortnite, Overwatch, World of Warcraft, StarCraft, Crafting Your Mom, Mounting Your Friends. That's a real game, by the way, Mounting Your Friends. I'm not gonna... Personally, an experiment that I've been trying is I've been putting some video game related DVDs inside of LaunchBox. I can trick it into thinking that VLC is an emulator, and then it'll boot up the DVD into VLC, and it works perfectly fine. It also has the DVD menu, which I think is pretty neat. You can also, of course, launch any exe file, really. I mean, my favorite MMORPG is Phantasy Star Online, and I play with the Affinia server, so I can, you know, boot into the launcher for that, because it's an exe file. So I've been having a lot of fun with this program, you know, with LaunchBox, you know. I have niche taste in games, I guess. I like things like Nobi Nobi Boy, Odin Sphere, Katamari Damacy, Mr. Mosquito, and I'm still interested in, like, checking out, like, Doshin the Giant, or that Sega Gaga, you know, some weird stuff like that. I still love the Sega Saturn, and I've been playing some translated ISOs. People have translated like Princess Crown and Saturn Bomberman Fight. There's been a lot of neat stuff coming out for the first time ever in English on the Saturn. Some of the ROM hacks I've been trying have been Super Mario Eclipse, Super Mario Sunshine Online, Ocarina of Time Unreal Engine Remake, which is a work in progress, but it looks beautiful. Gore Mario 64. Wow.
Wow.
If you're into Minecraft, you could link in your really shadered out, riced out Minecraft install with like the beautiful lifelike shaders, the amazing water and everything. And you could do all this stuff anyways, but the thing is, it looks really nice in LaunchBox and you have it all in one spot, whereas it would normally be all scattered around your windows and stuff. You know, you'd have to find it in like your downloads folder or your documents folder or something. This is better. And a lot of these mods actually have box arts in the database already, which quite often it's like, I don't expect it, because it's some niche ROM hack that nobody's ever heard of. It's only on like romhacking.net or whatever. And here's something I seem to mention every single effing video. I can't not mention this, I'm sorry, but my 3 favorite animes are Macross, Evangelion, and Gunbuster. They do all have games that exist of them, so I could play those with LaunchBox. What I've been saying in the other videos is like, I made a mecha video. Those are all mecha anime, you know. Can't stop talking about them, sorry. They were impactful. They were good drama animes. Anyways, if you have a favorite franchise, you know, there's probably a game for it, like Star Wars, Gundam, Scooby-Doo, Power Rangers, Dragon Ball Z. I laughed at your favorite franchise, I'm sorry. And, you know, there's games for like whatever you're into, you know, maybe you're into like trucking or mowing your lawn, you know. Maybe you're literally Homer Simpson or Hank Hill and you only like to drink beer and that's it. There's probably a game that is that. Actually, I've been having a lot of fun, by the way, with a Simpsons game for the arcade. I never tried this before. It's actually awesome. I actually love this. This is like one of my favorite arcade games of all time now, actually. Actually, a year or two ago, I did a video where I talked about my top 100 games for 3 hours. All 100 of those games I could load into LaunchBox, and in fact, I think I have. I also love my shmups, so this has largely been like a shmup machine for me so far. I've been playing a lot of shmups. Death Smiles, all the cave shmups. I love cave shmups. Ketsui, played some Toho. That's not cave. And so if you made it this far, I think you should check it out, dude. I'm not sponsored again, but yeah, it's just a really good program. You should try it. I'm trying to spread the word here, you know. I don't know what it is, but I feel like this ended up sounding really like a sales pitch, and I wanted it to be more like casual, like your friend is like letting you in on something cool. I think this turned into like a weird, like I'm a car salesman, especially since I have like the HR, straight out of HR, smartboard, PowerPoint presentation gizmo. This is for my teleprompter, you know? This is what I mean, dude. Anyways. This is my first teleprompter video, you can tell. Okay, check out LaunchBox. See ya!